Hi everyone, thank you for joining us. Today we're going to be doing a Pilates flow with a little bit of music put in together. It's going to be a real fun one, I think.
It's going to be so much fun. Let's get this party started.
All right. We're going to stay seated here for a moment and reach your arms out long in front of you. Good. Start by opening your arms out towards the side and close them back to the front. Again, open and close. Two more. We open out. Taking a big breath right here. And close. Last one. We open wide. Sitting tall, top of the head, reaching up to the sky. And close. We're going to add a little half roll back here. Tilt through the pelvis, roll through the center. And as you come back up to seated, open your arms out towards the side. We roll out. 2, 3, 4. Sit it up. And as you're sitting, you're opening your arms and back. And seat. You're deciding how far back you want to go. Using all those Pilates principles, scooping the center right out. Last time like this, and then we'll change it a bit. Okay, we're gonna start with that half roll back. We roll half back, open your arms, close your arms, then come back up to seated. Roll back, open arms, close your arms, come back up to seated, and then open, close again. Well, don't worry, we'll spend some time here just learning the choreography. Roll half back, open arms, close your arms, come back to seated. Last time like this, half back, open arms, close your arms, and come back. Good. This time we're going to roll all the way back down to the floor. So you're lying all the way down on your back. Bring your arms down onto the ground. Start by lifting your tailbone from the floor all the way up to your bridge. Perfect. Then bone for bone, bring your hips down to the floor. So we're just building the second part of this whole work. Again, start from the tailbone, lifting your hips off, making a wave through your body. And then starting from the chest bone, roll down to the floor. We're going to add on to it. Start with your tailbone, lifting up. Take your time. Then once you're at the top of it, raise your arms over your head so they're back behind you. Then start from the chest bone, roll all the way down to the floor. And at the very end of it, bring your hands back to the beginning spot. We lift your hips. 2, 3, 4. Raise your arms over your head. Take your time. We roll back down to the floor. And then bring your arms back by your side. Do that one more time. Starting from the tailbone, lift your hips up. Raise your arms above your head. Start from your chest bone, roll it back down. And bring your arms back by your side. Now I'd like you to lift your chest, look towards the front, and roll yourself up to seated. Okay, so we're going to add those things together. We're going to go half roll back, open your arms, close your arms, come back to seated. We do that one more time. Half roll back, open arms, close your arms, come back up to seated. Now roll all the way down to the floor. Then lift your hips. Raise your arms above your head. Take your time. Chest comes down to the floor. Bring your hips down. Bring your arms back to where they were and roll back up to seated position. We're going to do that whole thing again. We go half roll back. Open your arms. Close your arms. Come back to seated again. Half roll back. open arms. Close your arms. Come back to seated all the way down to the floor. Roll down. Lift your hips. 4, 3, 2. Raise your arms over your head. Take your time. Hips come down. Bring your arms back by you and roll back up to seated. Okay, we'll do this again. Half roll back, open arms. Close your arms, back to seated. Again, half roll back, open arms. Close your arms, back to seated. All the way down to the floor. 2, 3, 4. Lift your hips. Raise your arms above your head. Chest back down to the floor. Bring your arms back. Come back up to seated. Last time like this before we add on to it. We go half roll back. Open arms. Close your arms. Back to seated. Half roll back. Open arms. Close your arms. Back to seated. Roll down to the floor. Roll. Lift your hips. Arms overhead. Hips go down. Lower your arms. Good. And raise back up. Perfect. Now, what we're going to do is after we come back up to this seated position, we're going to draw ourselves into a little ball. We're just going to practice this rolling like a ball right where it's at. We're rolling to our shoulders and back up to this, balance position. Good. Do that a couple times just so you feel the rolling like a ball. If you don't like this exercise, try to just hold that balance. And we'll do 2 more like this. And good. So now I'd like you to stretch your legs out long in front of you, flex your feet, and we're going to go into a spine stretch forward, making yourself round over it. Good, and then stack your spine. Good, we're going to do that spine stretch forward again, rounding over. Stack your spine, coming back up to seated. 1 more, round over, spine stretch forward, and come back up to seated. Good. Now, we're going to take those 2 exercises of the rolling like a ball and your spine stretch forward, and we're going to bring them together before we add it on. So we're going to make ourselves into a round little ball. I'd like you to roll to your shoulders. Come back up. As you come back up, stretch your legs, then round over it for the spine stretch forward. Sit back up tall and draw your feet back in for rolling like a ball. We roll back, come back up, and over, and sit. So you're taking your time to find that little movement together. Good, so we just explore it for a little bit. Good, we'll do 1 more of these little things together, rolling like a ball. And spine stretch forward. All right, everyone. You think we could put all those together? Everyone at home is like, man, let's see.
Can I add a little whoop whoop?
You can always add a whoop whoop to whoop whoop. All right, don't worry, there's no test. I'll keep on calling it out for you. You're going to start with your legs bent. Your arms are long in front of you. Take a breath. Here we go. Half roll back. Open arms. Close your arms. Back to seated. Again, half roll back. Open arms. Close your arms. Back to seated. Roll all the way down to the floor, getting ready for the hip lift. Here we go. Lift your hips. Raise your arms overhead. Sink your hips. Your arms will bring you up. Coming up to seated. Make yourself round like a little ball. Roll back. And up. Flex it, roll over. And up. One more time. Rolling like a ball. Good. Prepare to start from the very beginning. Half roll back, half roll. Open arms. Close your arms. Back to seated. Again, half roll back. Open arms. Close your arms. Back to seated. Roll down to the floor. Lift your hips up into the bridge. Raise your arms above your head. Bring your hips down to the floor. Bring your arms back. Roll yourself back up to seated. Make yourself small, rolling like a ball to your shoulders. Back up to seated. Stretch your legs. Spine stretch forward. Draw yourself back into the ball. And roll. Flex. Rounding over. Beautiful, and come back. Thank you for joining us today. I hope that you had some inspiration, had some fun times in there. Go back and practice it again if you want to. If you have any questions or comments, just leave it right down below. We would appreciate it if you would subscribe to us over there and maybe even follow the next movement with us right over there. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.